Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a project that literally got announced that it'll be a part of the Coinbase roadmap, which means this project is going to get a guaranteed Coinbase listing, and this project is called Pangolin or the PNG token, right? Again, if you watch till the end of this video guys, I'll let you guys know how I figured out that this particular project has been added to the Coinbase roadmap. So make sure that you watch till the end of the video and subscribe if you already haven't, and hit the like button as well as ping the notification bell so that you can get most up-to-date information from our channel the moment we have started uploading the videos, right? So before we talk about the Pangolin, I want to let you guys know that for any of the projects that we cover on our channel, I want you to do your own research. And for this project, I want you guys to do your own research by going to the website pangolin.exchange in order to do your own research as well as to learn more about this project, right? But before we talk about Pangolin Exchange, I want to talk to you guys about Get.io. Get.io, if you guys don't already know, is one of the major centralized exchanges that's known for listing low market cap gem tokens way before they get listed on other major centralized exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. What this means is if you have a Get.io account and if you invest in these low market cap gem tokens, you stand a chance to make 10, 20, 50 or even 100x gains on these cryptos, right? And if you don't already have a Get.io account, I highly recommend you guys to use the link in the description to set up a Get.io account today. And by doing so, you get the following benefits. So if you go to the website, you can first of all see that you can buy cryptocurrencies directly from their exchange. You can use your debit card, credit card, Visa, MasterCard, everything is accepted on Get.io in order for you to buy any form of crypto, which includes stable coins such as USDT and USDC, or other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and so on and so forth, right? You can also look at the price information of several cryptocurrencies that they have on their platform. This includes price information for several major medium as well as low market cap cryptos on Get.io. And if you see, they have a trade option where you can trade multiple different cryptocurrencies, including low market cap cryptos, by using different trading pairs, including USDT, USDC, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as several other cryptocurrencies as well, right? So you can trade several cryptocurrencies in Get.io right before they get listed on other major exchanges, right? So when you buy the low market cap crypto through Get.io, while you're waiting for it to pump, you can actually earn some interest through those small cap cryptos by using their earn tab, where you can deposit your low market cap crypto to lend it out or stake it or provide liquidity or earn through dual investment program or several other features that they have in order to earn a passive income on your low market cap crypto right before it gets listed on other exchanges or right before it goes to the moon, right? So you can earn that option through Get.io. But the thing is, you need to understand that this is a centralized platform, so you don't really have control of your private keys, which is the only thing that you need to understand before you get into this exchange, right? If you're a person who wants to copy trade other people, if you're a trader or if you're a wannabe trader who wants to trade cryptocurrencies but you don't have a strategy to do so, you can copy trade other people's successful trades and do the same thing to make money as well, right? So they have options for that as well. If you're a person who wants to buy, sell and trade NFTs but you don't want to pay extremely high fees on Ethereum, you can actually come to Get.io because they have a dedicated NFT platform where you can trade NFTs and make a profit in that way as well, right? But you need to understand that you don't actually own the NFTs because it's not something that will get linked to your wallet. Because it is a centralized platform. For that you need to pay attention to that, right? If you're a person who wants to buy tokens in their IEO price, which is the initial exchange offering price, you can actually find a way to do that through Get.io as well, because they have a startup tab where you can buy IEO tokens right before they even get listed on Get.io itself, right? So by doing so, you can make insane gains once the particular token becomes popular, or in the next bull market when the token goes to 20, 50 or 100x gains, right? So you can clearly see that they have a whole suite of tools in order to make money for you. And if you don't already have a Get.io account right now, I highly recommend you guys to use the link in the description to set up a Get.io account today. And by doing so, you not only get the following benefits, but you also get a 30% trading fee rebate on any trades that you make on Get.io, right? And by using the link in the description is the only way you can get the 30% trading fee rebate, because it is a referral link, and by doing so you're also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank in advance. So going back to the Pangolin token, for the purpose of this video I'm going to rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page for this token. along with the information present on the website itself, but this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Pangolin exchange? Pangolin is a multi-chain decentralized cryptocurrency exchange on the Avalanche network. So Pangolin is kind of like the pancake swap or uniswap of the Avalanche ecosystem. So they started off in a humble way where obviously like about a year back, they were clearly a new kind of like decentralized exchange on the Avalanche ecosystem. And as soon as Avalanche started getting popularity, Pangolin also became very popular, right? They also compete with another exchange called Trader Joe, which is another decentralized exchange on the Avalanche ecosystem. But Pangolin has continued to maintain its consistency throughout the months, right? And if you see, they are not just based in Avalanche, even though they originated through Avalanche. They are actually a multi-chain decentralized exchange which exists in multiple different chains, right? Through advanced tooling, deep liquidity, and smooth onboarding, Pangolin offers easy swaps and a great experience for projects and traders alike. So clearly, they have multiple tools that enable them to become a project that is definitely competent with multiple other decentralized exchanges in different blockchains. And some of the tools and deep liquidity along with smooth onboarding features help users have a very good experience using Pangolin exchange in order to get easy swaps as well as experience a great project for new users as well as any form of traders alike, right? So when it comes to tools, Pangolin has a few tools up its sleeves, which includes token swaps, obviously because it's an AMM DEX, which allows you to swap between different tokens, not only on the Avalanche ecosystem, but also in several other blockchains as well. They allow you to provide liquidity pools, do yield farming, have portfolio tracking, watch lists, in-app news, super farms for multi-token rewards, limit orders on all trading pairs, and DEX as a service or DAAS, where projects can directly integrate Pangolin DEX's widget into their dApp. So they have multiple different tool sets that enable the overall growth and development of the ecosystem, not just in the Avalanche ecosystem, but also different blockchains where they're based on, right? So that's the quick overview of Pangolin. What is the PNG token? So PNG token is the token of interest here, which is a token that got added to the Coinbase roadmap today. So what is this token? The native governance token, PNG, enables the community to drive the development of the product in full. So clearly it is a community driven project, and therefore people can contribute to the the growth of the ecosystem by having the tokens. So if you have the PNG token, you can use it to vote on proposals that will move the direction of the ecosystem depending on the majority of the vote, right? So with the 100% community focused token distribution model, all tokens are distributed directly to the community without any allocations to advisors, investors, or insiders. So clearly they are a project that's focused on trying to become a decentralized dApp on the Avalanche ecosystem as well as every other blockchains that they're based in, and that's why they give a full right to all the community token holders who want to have a say in the growth and development of the ecosystem, right? So that's one of the reasons why PNG is considered by Coinbase, because they're a 100% community governed project. So clearly they had a fair token distribution, and here if you scroll further below, you can see the number of tokens in circulation are also provided by CoinMarketCap. We'll go through this section in a few seconds, and the next section talks about who are the team members behind Pangolin. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to skip this section because it's not fully relevant for the purpose of the video. I'm going to move on to their website because there's not a lot of other information presented here, right? So that's a quick overview of Pangolin. It is basically an AMM DEX that has multiple tools that help users have a better experience, and the PNG token itself is a governance token that's fully community governed, right? So going to the Pangolin exchange itself, which is pangolin.exchange, which is their website, you can see a lot of other information that we haven't covered. If you see, they have recently changed their logo, which is on the top left corner. So this is a newer logo that they have. They are stating that you can scale your DeFi trading with their exchange, scale your DeFi trading with Pangolin. So they have $16.16 billion plus of total volume that's traded on their platform. $42 million plus of liquidity and 107% in earning opportunities where you can basically farm and earn, right? A community-driven decentralized exchange for Avalanche and Ethereum assets with fast settlement, low transaction fees, and a democratic distribution powered by Avalanche. So clearly, their main focus is Avalanche, but they are based in multiple different blockchains as well. You can find a lot of Ethereum assets on the Avalanche ecosystem as ERC20 tokens, right? So ERC20 is the Ethereum standard for tokens, and ARC is for the Avalanche ecosystem, right? So you can find Ethereum tokens that have migrated to the Avalanche ecosystem in ERC20 tokens that you can trade on the Pangolin exchange, right? Pangolin brings you the best trading opportunities to find and maximize your yield. So you can find a lot of arbitrage opportunities to trade at the lowest possible price and quick transaction speeds, right? So you can click on launch app to see the app itself. You can click bridge in order to bridge the tokens from Ethereum as well as BNB chain as well as several other blockchains onto Avalanche. They have the light paper, which I highly recommend you guys to read through, and other documents that will help you understand more about this project, right? So if you see here, PNG is the main token. The volume in the 24-hour period is $1.6 million of volume traded, and the price per token is 7 cents. The price has increased significantly after the Coinbase announcement of about close to 50%, 47.90 to be specific. We'll discuss about these numbers in a few seconds. But if you see, apart from PNG tokens, you can also have wrapped Avalanche, which is a wrapped form of the token on the Avalanche ecosystem, about $6.6 million in volume. So clearly they are making a lot of volume on pretty much every single form of wrapped tokens on the Avalanche blockchain. You can see wrapped ETH, which is with.e, USDT, Benki, DAI, USDC, Frax, Roku, P5, XAVA, Yak, wrapped Bitcoin, Link, as well as Penguin token again. So clearly they have a lot of different tokens. These are the major tokens with the highest volume out there, but you can find a lot more tokens on their actual exchange, right? They are partnered with several different projects, which includes Avalanche themselves, Beefy.finance, which is one of the BNB based yield aggregators, which was a kind of like a copy of Yearn Finance. But Beefy is a good project in and of itself because they have branched out to multiple different blockchains, including Avalanche, right? And if you see pools, Coin98 wallet, DeFi yield protocol, AVME, Avalanche, Spore, Marker.io, Penguin Finance, Velox, V, Alliance Block, Benki, Snowball, Margin Swap, Yay Games, 11.finance, and so on. And so you can clearly find a lot of partnerships with different projects that enable them to provide the best user experience for their users, right? And if you scroll further below, you can see that you can basically find Pangolin in pretty much CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, DappRadar, Get.io, and so on and so forth, right? So you can clearly find a lot of information about this particular project in other platforms as well. So if you want to access the app itself, just click launch app in order to launch the app. So if you go click the button, you can see that they have app.pangolin.exchange, which opens up. I'm using Brave browser, so you can clearly use Brave wallet to interact with Pangolin exchange, or you can use Ethereum based MetaMask, which is also possible. So if you go to the app, you can see they have a dashboard that provides you a list of all the portfolios. The PNG token price information is available on a real-time basis. You can also find the other information on the left-hand side as well, where you can swap different tokens, buy tokens, or even farm and pool. You can see that I haven't connected my wallet, so I can't really show you guys, but there's a lot of opportunities to make over 100% in returns, right? So if you scroll further below, you can stake tokens, PNG tokens, in order to earn rewards, similar to kind of like pancake swap like model. You can vote, you can get airdrops from the Pangolin as well as Avalanche ecosystem. You can also see other information as well, including the Avalanche bridge as well as the satellite bridge, which will help you migrate different tokens from Ethereum and other blockchains in order to bring them to the Avalanche ecosystem, right? So pretty straightforward project. I don't really see any reason for anyone to find it very hard to understand. It's pretty much like a AMM DEX on Ethereum Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, as well as so on and so forth, multiple chains, where not only can you just swap, you can also do much more than that, right? So going back to the CoinMarketCap page for this token is currently ranked 793rd by market cap and CoinMarketCap, and is currently trading at 7.3 cents at the time of making this video, with a 48.57%, close to 50% increase in the past 24 hours. So clearly, after the Coinbase announcement saying that this token is going to be added to their roadmap, this token started pumping like crazy. A lot of people are buying this token in anticipation of a Coinbase listing, which is going to happen, which is definitely guaranteed for this token. So what's the best move that you can make? Because clearly this token has already pumped 50%. Do you want to buy this token at this time? The answer is no. You should not be buying this token when it's up 50% just in the past 24 hours, right? This is the best time for you to do your own research. Wait for the token to cool down. So there's a lag or gap when Coinbase makes an announcement stating that they will add a particular token to their roadmap, versus the fact that they actually make an announcement that they'll be listing the token, right? So there's a small gap or a window that gives Coinbase enough time to do their own thorough analysis on a particular token. And when a token is added to their roadmap, they do a lot of analysis on the token, and then they make it available on Coinbase by making an announcement, right? So this kind of gap takes about like 2 to 3 weeks minimum, or the maximum a month or two. So you clearly have enough time for you to do your own research, and during this gap, the token starts going down, because a lot of people are anticipating to get to see the PNG token get listed right away, but it doesn't happen right away, right? So there's a lot of people who feel like this token will get an immediate Coinbase listing. It has happened in the past, but it's most likely not, because a lot of ERC20 tokens usually get the priority listing, since this is a different blockchain, and it states in the Coinbase roadmap that they'll probably be supporting the ARC20 version of this token. Even though this token exists in multiple blockchains, they'll support the ARC version. It's going to take them some time in order for them to kind of list this token on Coinbase right away. So I think you already have sufficient time to do a lot of research and wait for the token price to cool down, and then you can buy this token right before the Coinbase announcement, right? Because now we are seeing a trend which we haven't seen in the past, right? Since Coinbase is making announcements that they will add tokens to the roadmap, there's a pump that we usually see which we haven't seen in the past, which shows that clearly people are starting to notice Coinbase's announcements as a way to like make some quick buck, and thereby they're pumping it and dumping it right away after the Coinbase announcement. And once the Coinbase announcement has kind of like cleared down, the dust starts to settle, and you can basically buy these tokens once a lot of people have dumped it, right? So that's the best time to buy this token. So this is still a really good time to do your own research on this project, to become familiarized with this token, as well as to see the best exchanges where you can buy this token at the cheapest price, right? And you can also start allocating some funds to make some quick buck once this token has gone down, right? So this is definitely not the best time to buy this token, so please be careful of that. If you scroll below, you can see that the Avalanche C-chain contract is provided on CoinMarketCap, which you can copy if you're trying to buy this token from several other exchanges on Avalanche. You can also see the tags here. Clearly, they are a very low market cap project, which is one of the reasons why a lot of pump is happening for this token, because a small amount of capital can easily pump the token price easily, right, for this token. Since the market cap is at close to $9.5 million, which is still extremely low, this token can make some smooth, quick gains and sharp downfalls easily, right? So be very careful because of this reason. And if you see here, the market cap has also increased proportionally to about 49.12%, which is definitely something that you should be very careful with. Even though this token is less than $10 million in market cap, you can definitely buy this token somewhere at around $9 million in market cap as opposed to $9.2 million, right? So be careful with that. If you see, the volume is quite high. The trading volume has increased 959% just in the past 24 hours. So clearly everyone is buying the hype. So you should not be buying the hype. You'll be losing a lot of money. This is the best time to lose money if you're trying to buy this token. So if you want to make money, you should wait, right? So if you see, in the past 24 hours, the token has had a 900% increase, close to 960% increase, but the trading volume is still around $2.5 million. Usually the trading volume is around 1.5 to 2 million, but now it's clearly at 2.5 million, close to $2.5 million in trading volume. So clearly this is an indication that there's a lot of irrational exuberance that's happening in this project, right? If you take a look at the market cap to total value ratio, it seems like there's a lot of money that's locked into this project, right? Close to $40.8 million of money locked into this protocol, even though the token price, the token market cap is only less than $10 million, right? So this gives a ratio of 0.227, which is significantly low. And this indicates that this token is undervalued, right? Even though this is just a mathematical metric, I do not suggest you to buy this token right now, because I feel like you can definitely get this token at a much cheaper price than what the ratio is trying to tell you, right? But this is a very good ratio for you to understand whether a token is undervalued or fairly valued or overvalued by doing a ratio of market cap to TVL. So if the ratio is less than 1, it means it's undervalued. If the ratio is equal to 1, then it's fairly valued. If it's over 1, then it's overvalued, right? So clearly this token is undervalued based on this metric, but I think you can still get this at an even more discounted price after a few days, right? If you scroll further below, you can see the max supply of this token is 230 million tokens. So clearly it's above the 100 million max supply cap that I would personally want, but it's still much better than several projects that have 5, 10, 15 billion tokens as max supply. And that's a good thing, because scarcity, first of all, is built into the system because it's supply capped, and the max supply is not a crazy number. It's 230 million tokens, which is not bad, right? And the circulating supply is about 54% of the max supply, which is quite good as well, because there's just less than remaining 50% of the tokens that will be dumped into the market. Even though that will cause a price slumping in the short term, I think in the mid to long term, this token has a huge potential as long as the entire Avalanche ecosystem continues to perform well, right? So that's a really good sign if you ask me. If you scroll further below and if you look at the price, you can first of all see that even though the token has pumped close to 50% in the past 24 hours, in the long grand scheme of things, the token has pretty much done poorly in the recent times compared to where it was a few months back. And if you see, the initial price of this token as of 27th of April 2021 was $2.43. So clearly it's a far cry from where it was slightly over a year ago, and it reached its first all-time high, reaching as high as $4.23 as of 2nd of May 2021, and then it sharply declined, reaching a price of about 86 cents as of 18th or 19th of July 2021, and then from there it started to make a new all-time high of close to $4.27, but it didn't really last that long, because it immediately crashed to a price of about $6.39 as of 6th of September 2021, and then it went up and down, making some short-term gains for people who are lucky, but then after reaching a peak of $2.35 as of 21st of November, this token started going downhill, and now it's close to its all-time low, right? Even though it is close to its all-time low, it's still obviously not a good time to buy this token, so please bear that in mind. I'm repeating this because this is very important that you don't buy this token when this is up 50% in the past 24 hours, right? That's why I'm repeating this same thing again and again, just to make sure that you guys are aware of that. But again, none of this is financial advice. Please be careful with this token, right? This token clearly has been at a significant discount since its all-time high. So a lot of people would think that this is the best time to buy this token, but it's not. And if you see, the token has been quite flat. Its all-time low was at 5.2 cents. It was as low as 5 cents per token, but now it's at 7 cents per token, right? So clearly it's still moving in the right direction, but not it's definitely going to dump before it pumps again, before the Coinbase exchange lists this token, right? So I think this is still a good time to do your research, and while you're doing your research, you can also see which markets this token is available at. You can buy this token from Garrett.io, LB Bank, MEXC, and as well as Pangolin and Trader Joe themselves. There's not a lot of major exchanges that have listed this token, including Binance, which is a surprising thing. But I think once a Coinbase listing happens, a Binance listing will definitely follow for this token, right? You can also make some really good arbitrage trading, because there's a lot of opportunities to make some really good quick arbitrage trading within the Avalanche ecosystem itself, you can buy this token from Pangolin, using USDC, and then you can sell it in Trader Joe for a good profit, or you can sell it in a centralized exchange for an even better profit as well, right? So clearly you can make some quick arbitrage trading opportunity while this token is taking a pump, right? So that's one thing. Now it's better to talk about how much money should one invest in this token, right? So first of all, this is just an arbitrary number. It has nothing to do with how much you need to put your money. Everybody has their own risk tolerance, so you need to base your investment on your own risk tolerance level. I'm going to provide 3 scenarios on how much money you can actually put in order to make some quick buck right after the Coinbase listing, right? So first of all, you need to wait till this token cools down. I think this token will cool down somewhere in the 6.9 cent range, 6.8, 6.9 cent range in the next few days. Once that happens, you can basically look into investing a small amount of money, which may include as low as $100 for this particular project, or as high as $5,000 for this project, right? I'm going to provide a broad range, so this will help a lot of people understand how the degen play works as well as the safest play works, right? So let's start with $100. So if you see, I think $100 would give you, as of making this video, this token, investing $100 in this token will give you 1,356 tokens, which is not crazy, but at the same time, it's a very low amount, right? So $100 would be suitable for people who are beginner investors who don't really want to take a lot of risk, but want to get some exposure, right? So when you invest $100 in this token, and you buy this token at around, let's say, 6.8 cents per token, after the Coinbase announcement and listing, this token will probably shoot up to about 8 to 9 cents per token, right? So that will give you a decent gain. Maybe you may make like $50 to $75 in gain, which means the token price, once you invest $100, you'll probably once you sell it at a higher price point, you'll probably make it around $175 to $180 if you're lucky. So you can make a quick $75 to $80 profit, right? So this is for the super beginners, beginner level investors who don't want to take a lot of risk, right? So if you are trying to take a little bit more risk, I suggest you to put maybe $1,000 instead of $100. I know we are increasing it by tenfold, but if you see, when you put $1,000, which is kind of like the safe zone, because you're not putting too much money into a degen play, you're also not putting too little in order to get some profit. You are pretty much putting a money which is obviously quite high, but at the same time you can get some really good profit from this, right? So if you put $1,000 into this token, you can get 13,568 tokens at the time of making this video, which will get you at around $500 to $700 in profit. If you're lucky, if this token does really well after the Coinbase announcement as well as listing, you can probably make another extra $1,000 in profit. So you'll probably buy it at $1,000 and you'll be able to sell it at $2,000 to make a $1,000 profit, right? Again, that's just simple math based on speculation. Anything can change, right? If you're trying to make a speculative play and you are trying to go in a little bit of a degen level, you can probably invest $5,000, which is quite high because not a lot of people have $5,000 lying around to invest in crypto. But if you do have that much money, and if you're trying to put some money into this token, you'll probably get $67,843, right? At the time I'm making this video, you will be able to buy this token at $5,000, and you'll be able to sell it at $10,000 or even $15,000. So how can you do that? If you see the market cap, you're probably going to be experiencing a really quick surge in the market cap immediately after the Coinbase listing, where this token can easily go to $9.8 to $9.9 million in market cap immediately within a span of a few days, right? And that will give you some really good gains. But if you wait on to this, you will probably be getting some more gains when the token gets listed on Binance, which will eventually happen after the Coinbase listing, and that will give you some more gains, right? So overall, if you're trying to hodl on to this token for a little bit longer, longer to get a Binance listing, you will be making somewhere between another $5,000 or $10,000 in profit. This is just arbitrary, or close to $10,000 in profit, depending on how sooner a Binance listing happens, right? So I think this project can give you a net gain of about $5,000 to $10,000 in profit if you invest about $5,000 in this token, right? Again, this does not mean that you should put $5,000 in this token. I'm just giving an arbitrary, hypothetical scenario that this token could reach based on my experience with several other tokens, right? This is only personal suggestion, not financial advice, so don't take this as financial advice at all, right? So those are 3 price scenarios that I would personally look into depending on your risk tolerance. But again, you can put more or less when it comes to this token, and you can get better or worse returns, right? It depends on the situation. So I think this token has a high chance of reaching 6.8 cents per token in the next few days after the hype has cooled down, and that will be the best opportunity to buy this token at the absolute bottom price that you can buy given the current scenario, right? And once the Coinbase announcement happens, you can probably see this token shooting back up, and you can do in the meantime, you can actually make arbitrage trading and get some more profit, right? Or you can sell it in the Coinbase listing and then buy it back again once it goes down, and then wait for a Binance listing and then sell it again to make some good gain, right? If you believe in the long-term potential of this project has a very tough competition because there's a lot of centralized as well as decentralized exchanges coming up on a regular basis. Decentralized exchanges and AMM dexes are getting much more advanced on a day-by-day basis, and you can see a lot of dexes competing with each other. So Pangolin, I personally don't think will be able to sustain the extreme long-term scenario because they need to be thinking outside of the box, right? If you see Uniswap, SushiSwap, as well as several other major decentralized exchanges are still going to be around, and they will continue to make their updates and become much more stronger than before. So Pangolin needs to compete with a lot of these big players in order to sustain for the long term, which I personally don't feel like they can, because if you see currently compared to Pangolin, Trader Joe seems to be getting the most market share when it comes to Avalanche ecosystem, right? Even within the Avalanche ecosystem, you can see Trader Joe slightly edging above the Pangolin exchange. So Pangolin is definitely lagging behind within the Avalanche ecosystem itself. So they have a long way to go to catch up with every other decentralized exchanges on the other blockchains, right? So I think this is definitely a good short to mid-term play, but not a long-term play in my personal opinion. But you can feel free to choose your own conclusions depending on where your risk tolerance level is, right? So now for the most important section, how did I know that this token is going to get a potential Coinbase listing, and how would I know that this token is added as an experimental kind of like roadmap token on Coinbase, right? So for that, I go to Twitter, and when you go to Twitter, you can basically follow Coinbase Assets, which is at Coinbase Assets, and they literally made an announcement today, which is 8 hours ago. You can clearly see here that assets added to the roadmap today, which is Pangolin or PNG token, right? So you can read through this blog post and you can clearly see that they provided a list of tokens that they've added to their roadmap, and these tokens have an extremely high chance of being listed on Coinbase, and that's how I personally know that this token will get a Coinbase listing, right? Again, a Coinbase listing is not guaranteed by any means, so please don't obviously take my word for it, but based on my experience and research, and I've been in the crypto space for a very long time, I feel like any project that gets a Coinbase roadmap announcement will eventually get a Coinbase listing, because that's how they work. That's pretty much how it has worked in the past, and that's how it will work in the future as well. So you can make some really good predictable gains in the short term while we are in the sideways market, which we are at right now, right? So this is one of the techniques that I use to identify tokens way before they get a Coinbase or a Binance listing. And if you subscribe to this channel and like this video and ping the notification button, I will provide you with all the alpha on how you can get ahead of every other exchange in order to get a listing on Coinbase or Binance for any token that you buy, right? And I'll tell you the time to buy the tokens so that you can buy the tokens at the lowest possible price and make a really good short-term gain on a consistent basis, just like how I did, as well as how several other people have done in order to make some short-term and long-term gains, right? So make sure to subscribe and like this video, as well as hit the notification button so that you can get a notification whenever I upload the video, and I upload on a regular basis, which is on a daily basis, right? So you won't have to miss any of my videos on a daily basis. So again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.